Glad to join you again in the Mindful Classroom. And today I kind of bring an interesting idea of unity, I guess, for lack of a better word. And I've said this before. I can't tell you on how many occasions it seems like the universe just aligns messages for me to understand, probably for all of us. And some days I'm attuned to how these align. Other days they fly right by and I don't get them. But over the course of yesterday, I had a number of different encounters that really brought this to mind for me. Um, I think it started with last night. It probably started earlier than that, but the awareness started last night. My wife and I sat down to, we've been rewatching Northern Exposure on Amazon Prime. So we're up through season 4. We were watching episode 22, which was Kaddish for Uncle Manny. And in this episode, in the very beginning, Joel Fleshman, the doctor from New York, who is paying back some scholarships by serving as a physician in a very small town in Alaska and Sicily, Alaska. And he gets message that his Uncle Manny died. And his Uncle Manny was very, very significant in his life. They spent a lot of time together. They used to go to Yankees games together. And he just talks about what a role that he played for him. And as this goes on, he realizes that Jewish law requires him to sit Shiva, and he needs to have 10, as he refers to, 10 minions with him, 10 people of the Jewish faith. So one of the other characters, Maurice, who has they definitely have a love-hate relationship. Maurice basically recruits the town to search within a 200-mile radius and try to find 10 people of the Jewish faith. As they begin putting these people together, long story short, Joel realizes that even though the requirements to sit with 10 people of the Jewish faith, to be with people of his tribe, they are, in fact, these people are not of his tribe. The townspeople in Sicily are his tribe. So in the final scene, he stands in front of a large representation of the community, and he goes through the prayers of the morning. And one of the most beautiful scenes is all of these people who were of all different faiths. Some of them were Catholic, some of them were different Native American faiths, some of them were more universal. They all pray in their own unified way together. And it was an absolutely moving scene. And it just really struck me from some other things I'd heard through the day about the idea of just our togetherness and our seeing our community despite our differences and despite all of the things around them. So with that foundation in mind, I saw another meme that somebody had posted, and it was 2 beer glasses doing cheers, and it says, "Here's to all the people with different opinions, and we're still friends because we're adults. Peace, love, and happiness." And I talk about this a lot. It's the idea of better angels. It's some of the work that a few different people are doing right now to say we can look beyond our differences. We can look at things that we have in common instead of always looking at the things that are different. Because if we do that, oftentimes we find we have more in common than we do what separates us. And I think that's a pretty substantial component right now. As I talk, I'm going to look something up too, because Senator Tim Ryan, former Senator Tim Ryan from Ohio, that's the work he's doing now, is looking at concepts, looking at topics that can transcend both sides of the aisle and pull us together. Where is the unifying area that we can find? And I know one of the areas that he's working on very strongly right now is funding of psilocybin research to help soldiers with PTSD and the success that they're having. And he looks at this as something that it doesn't matter which fundamental Republican Democrat, we can unify on some of these issues. That addresses a quote that I heard yesterday. I loved. He said Abraham Lincoln was speaking about a congressman that really got under his skin and that he didn't like. And his quote was, he said that the person who was with him, I don't know who it was, he said, "I do not like that person. I must get to know him better." And the implication there is, as we get to know people better, we'll find things that we like about them. Similar to that, Wordsworth, the poet, has a quote that reads, "If we could read the secret histories of our enemies, we should find in each man's life sorrow and suffering enough to disarm all hostility." And that really becomes a part of the case as well. And it was something that I had to retrain myself over the course of my teachings in the classroom, that oftentimes when you look at a student who misbehaves, who frustrates you in the classroom, when we can see the root of what is causing that frustration, and we can separate ourselves and realize that that behavior is not aimed at us. That behavior is just a manifestation of what they've gone through or what they've suffered through. Then we can come together and allow healing to take place. And ultimately, that should be what we want. So I had a wonderful day yesterday in which all messages seem to align to unity, to the fact that, for those people that frustrate us or those people that get on our nerves, we should take a look at them and try to look at, one, maybe what's causing that aspect that frustrates us, and two, is there a way to move past it? Is there a way to sit down and talk to them and find out what motivates the way they feel or the way they think, instead of just instantly putting up a fence and saying, "You're different, we disagree, keep away"? So, kind of bringing that together, that's where I come from today. It's one of the things, and maybe the meditation that I do later in the week will be a metta meditation. Metta is one of my favorite meditations to do. It took me a long time to really develop the trust in it and the belief in it. It's also called loving kindness, and it comes down to repeating a phrase. And that phrase can vary. For me, I tend to do, may you be safe, may you be happy, may you be healthy, and may you live with ease. And I initially will repeat that phrase picturing somebody that is very close to me, somebody I love. And I try to picture them sitting right in front of me, and repeatedly, may you be safe, may you be happy, may you be healthy, may you live with ease. And then from that person, I transition to somebody that I don't really know that well. Sometimes as a teacher, it was easy because it might be somebody in a different hallway that I just don't talk too much. I don't like them. I don't dislike them. I just don't know them well. And I guess I haven't made it a point to know them well. But I send those same wishes out for them. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you live with ease. And then, which in the West we really struggle with doing, I turn it toward myself. Imagine looking in a mirror and just looking at myself and saying, may I be safe. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I live with ease. And then the last step is to think about somebody who has slighted me or wronged me, or somebody that I am very mad at, and wish it upon them. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you live with ease. And for each person, I'll repeat that for 2 or 3 minutes before I shift on to the next person. And, it just creates that sense of gratitude in ourselves that I think is something that all too often we don't do enough to cultivate. And it's an important thing. So today's message is unity. Today's message is look for the common ground in people. Look for what you have in common and start there, and then see where you can go from there. I'll put a link in the show notes. There was Darryl Davis, I believe it was Darryl Davis. He spoke at Cape May TEDx, and he was a black man who meets with people who are in the Klan. And his question is, how can you hate me if you don't know me? And he has had remarkable success at getting people to leave the Klan, realizing that the color of our skin doesn't determine who we are. So, whatever it may be, let's look for unity. Happy Pride Month, everybody. And in the next couple days, I will be kind of bringing some ideas up on where I'm going forward with both a college application counseling and writing tutoring business, and really relaunching and getting my coaching business off the ground to work with people. So, thank you. Have a beautiful day. Have an even better weekend. Take care, everybody.